All right, all right. I just got done making the first video for day one, and this is day two. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so welcome back, welcome back. All right, we're doing lesson four, employee benefits. Lesson four, employee benefits. If you've already filled out day one, then this screen right here is like what you're going to see. It's going to say you've already responded. Well, you know the deal. You got to edit your response, right? We're going to edit your response. Click on that, and of course we've already done day one, right? We've already done day one. We've got our answers. I'm going to click on this to get rid of it. And we've already done all these, yada yada yada. And you go to the back and you say, go to day two, right? Either go to day two, or if I already saved my answer, I'd like to go to the next section, right? I'm just going to go to day two. All right, day two. Oh shoot, we got to do this again. All right. I'll remind you, our learn and target is that I can understand and calculate the value of employee benefits. I can understand and calculate the value of employee benefits. All right, so here's a little infographic about different kinds of employee benefits, like meal breaks, sorry for that little ding. Maybe I shouldn't share my computer audio. Paid vacation, health insurance, employee allowance, perks and bonuses, social security, pay raises, achievement awards. Yes, all of these and more. Meal breaks are included in employee benefits. So you'll find this video right here. I don't have it there, not yet, because I'm still making it. All right. Pension plans. Pension plans are pretty good. If you can find a job that offers a pension, I recommend seriously considering that particular position. Right? A pension plan is a well-designed retirement plan. That the employer pays for over time. Okay. So whereas most retirement plans are like you are given money to invest in the stock market, which then kind of exists out there in these financial markets, and like say if COVID happens, it can take a big hit and lose a lot of value, and you can end up having very little money all of a sudden. You can take 20% hit or more in any given moment, or a pension plan, where it's kind of like the employer agrees to just pay this money out over time, and it doesn't unless the employer goes bankrupt. You don't lose this pension, but of course you could lose the pension if the employer does go bankrupt. Example 3. All right, example 3. Marina works at Washington Performing Arts Center. Her employer offers her a pension. Marina's employer uses a formula to calculate the pension. A retiring employee will receive about 1.5% of their average salary for the last 5 years of employment for every year worked. Marina is planning on retiring at the end of this year after 25 years of employment. Marina would receive this amount each year until her death. Her salaries for the last 5 years are $88,990, $92,220, $96,000, $98,000, and $102,000. Calculate Marina's pension. So we're going to find her first step. We're going to have to find her 5-year average salary. How are we going to find an average? Well, to find an average, you add up all the numbers in your data set and divide by how many numbers you have. So in this case, we're going to take her 5 last annual salaries, we're going to add them all up, then we're going to divide by 5. When we do this, if we put this in our calculator, take the average of these 5, we'll find that her average salary is $95,420. So Marina's average salary for her last 5 years of work is $95,420. Sorry. For each of the 25 years she worked at the center, she'll receive 1.5% of that average. Okay, so now we're going to have to find 1.5% of the $95,420. So to do that, we're going to take this 1.5% and we're going to turn it into a decimal out of 1. How do you do that? You take the percentage, you divide by 100, right? So you divide by 100, you get 0.015, all right? 0.015, which is 1.5%, times 95,420. If you run this calculation, you'll get $1,431.30. All right, so what is this? This is 1.5% of her 95,420. And then we're going to multiply this by the number of years she worked, right? She worked there for 25 years. So we take this $1,431.30, we multiply it by 25 because she worked there for 25 years, and we find out that her pension plan is going to be $782.50. Marina will receive a pension, usually paid monthly, of $35,782.50 per year until her death. So if you wanted to figure out what she gets paid monthly, you take that $35,782.50 and divide by 12. All right. So here's our situation. Desmond works for the Rochester City Police Department. All police officers are offered a pension plan as part of their employee benefits. A retiring police officer will receive 2% of their average salary for the last 4 years of employment for every year worked. Desmond has worked in the department for 25 years. Desmond will receive this pension every year after he decides to retire for the rest of his life. Desmond's last 4 years of salary are $61,588, $63,436, $65,339, and $67,299. Desmond would like to know what his pension would be if he retires this year. Calculate Desmond's monthly pension payment. All right, this is where I recommend to you that you pause me, that you give this a shot on your own, because you know you will learn more through failure. You will learn more through independence. You will learn more by attempt. You will learn more by effort than you will by observation, by merely watching, right? So, I would strongly encourage you to give this a shot on your own. Whether you do good or bad, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to show it to you. But if you do bad, you'll learn a whole lot more than if you never even really engaged your mind in this. All right? Take my word for it. I'm a professional educator. Pause me. All right? Okay, great. So through the magic of video, you can pause me. Of course, you can slow me down. You can speed me up. You can skip ahead. You can skip back. All that good stuff. So my first step is I need to find the average, right? I need to find the average. Just like this problem right here, the first thing we found the average. So I'm going to pop up my calculator, my math machine. I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I'll need the math machine. Oh, okay, yeah. Need to get okay. Hello, math machine. How you doing? All right, so I need an average. So I need an average of these three numbers. So I need to add them up and divide by, I'm sorry, there's four numbers, so I need to divide by 4. So 61,588 plus 63,436 plus 65,339. Oop, no. There we go. 339 plus 67,299. I'm adding them all up. They add all up to be $257,662. Okay. Now I divide by 4. Why 4? Because there are 4 numbers, all right? I want to take an average. So I find out Desmond's average pay for the last 4 years has been $64,415.50. All right. We know that Desmond's going to get 2% of his average salary for the last 4 years he worked. So what's 2% of this? Well, I'm going to multiply this by 2% divided by 100. I also could have taken this number here and divided it by multiplied it by 0.02. Yes, 0.02, right? It'd be the exact same thing. See how these answers are the same? Doesn't matter. It depends how you want to do it. If you want to move that decimal place over in your head, you're welcome to do so. If 2 divided by, just taking the percentage divided by 100 every time, if that makes more sense to you, do it that way. Whatever works for you, do it that way. All right, so what is this? This is 2% of his average 4 years, all right? And he's worked for the department for 25 years. So I got to take this number and multiply it by 25, right? I got to take this number, multiply it by 25. Desmond is going to receive $32,000. Okay. Desmond's going to receive, that's Mr. K calling me, which I'm going to, I'll call him back as I'm doing a video. Desmond's going to receive $32,207.75 every year Oh, and it says calculate monthly. Oh, we're going to have to calculate monthly. So let's figure out what Desmond makes monthly after he retires. Monthly, he's going to get $2,683 per month. All right. So this is Desmond's monthly pension payment. All right, got that. So my answer, I forgot it already. $2,683 and we'll round that up to 98 cents. $2,683.98. $2,683.98. And I could say something like monthly. Oh, I need a dollar sign there too. A math teacher will be really mad at me if I didn't give a dollar sign. All right, challenge. Eunice is a retiring teacher from the Rochester City School District. Eunice receives a pension of $3,700 each month. Eunice's pension is based off 60% of the average of her salary for the last 3 years she was a teacher. What was Eunice's average salary for the last 3 years of her career? So this is kind of a reverse problem. I encourage you to give this a shot on your own, of course, like I always do. All right, like I always do. Give it a shot. Pause me now. All right. Great. You paused me. Let me kind of show you how to do this one. Although it's a challenge question, so I probably shouldn't show you, but I will. All right. So we know that she receives a pension of $3,700 each month. We know that's based off 60% of her average annual salary for the last 3 years. So to find 60% of something, I multiply by it, but I want to find out what was the total, right? I want to find out what was the total. So, all right. So I'm going to divide by 0.6, or alternatively, you could divide by 60 divided by 100, right? However you like to do that, you can do 60 divided by 100 or divide by 0.6. However you like it, that's fine. So we'll find out if we do this, we'll get something like $6,000. So clear. I got to move my camera again. All right, $3,700 divided by 0.6. $6,166.60, rounding 67 cents, right? So 6,166.67 rounding. Okay, so this is her total pay, right? And we could figure. Let me show you how this works. If I wanted to find out what is 60%, what is 60% of this number, I would times 0.6, right? I would times 0.6 to find what 60% would be, and I get that 3,700 again. So you see how division kind of undoes multiplication, multiplication undoes division. These are reverse or inverse operations, right? So this is her total, but this is a monthly. So I need to then multiply this, and then I need to multiply this by 12, right? I need to take this number here and multiply it by 12 to find out what the yearly average salary was. So I go back to my calculator and I take this number here and I multiply it by 12 because I know this is a monthly pension payment. So $74,000 a year must have been Eunice's average salary for the last 3 years of her career, right? If she's paid if her retirement is 60% of the average of her last 3 years, then we don't know what the last 3 years were, but we know their average is $74,000. All right, feeling good about that. If this was harder, don't worry. That's why I call them challenge problems, right? I understand that these are a little bit more difficult. Get my camera out of the way again. Application for employment benefits. Okay, this is the beginning of what an application for unemployment benefits really looks like, right? So unemployment, right? In recent state, the weekly unemployment compensation is 60% of the 26-week average for the 2 highest salaried quarters. A quarter is 3 consecutive months. For July, August, and September, he earned a total of $9,024. In October, November, December, he earned a total of $9,800. Determine Reese's unemployment compensation. So first, we're going to find Reese's total earnings for the 2 quarters. We add the 2 quarters up. We find that it's $18,824. You divide the total of $18,824 earned in these months by 26, since there are 26 weeks in a half-year period. So we're going to find out what he made average per week. Take the 18,824 divided by 26, 724. So Reese was making on average $724 per week. His 26 work week average is $724 per week. Find what 60% of that is. So take the 60%, divided by 100, you get 0.60. Multiply that by 724, we get $434.40. So this is how much Reese will get paid being unemployed after he loses his job, if he loses it for no fault of his own, right, in his state. Some states have a maximum compensation amount. In Reese's state, $434.40 falls below the maximum. He'll receive that amount for the next 26 weeks. So for 6 months, he'll receive $434 every week until he finds another job during that time. So in New York State, the weekly unemployment compensation is 50% of a 13-week average for the last 52 weeks. Okay, so Javier, through no fault of his own, has been laid off from his job as an accountant at the University of Rochester. Javier was paid $1,866 biweekly for the last 52 weeks. What will be Javier's unemployment benefit until he can find a job or until his 6-month unemployment benefit expires? Okay, pause it and give this a shot. All right, this is the beauty of video. You can pause me. Great. Through the magic of video, you paused me, and now I'm unpaused. You've already got your answer. Right or wrong, you learned something, right? Okay. So the 13-week average for the last 52 weeks, that's what he's going to get paid. For the last 52 weeks, he's been getting this biweekly. So we need to figure out what his weekly payment is, right? If this is what his biweekly paycheck is, we're going to divide this by 2, right? We're going to divide this by 2 in order to find out what his weekly pay was. I'm just going to move my camera over here. There. Now my camera doesn't have to get in the way of the calculator. Good. I like that. So $933 is what he was getting paid weekly on average. And so now we ask ourselves, well, how much will he get paid for unemployment? Well, what he gets paid for unemployment is based on his average weekly, times 50%, or 50% of means multiply 50% of that $933. So what is that? Let's throw our calculator in here. Times 50% of. Some of you also know that 50% of is the same thing as dividing by 2, right? So some of you know that. So if you had done, you could have easily have done that too. You just said 933 divided by 2. I know what 50% of means. It means divide by 2. All right, so you can do it either way. Doesn't matter. $466.50. Why is that so hard to say? $466.50. I struggled with that. Okay. This is what Javier will get each week as part of his unemployment benefit. Challenge question. When the social studies teacher, Mr. Diem, got laid off from the Rochester City School District, that hits hard, close to home, he applied for unemployment and will receive a weekly benefit of $422.50. How much was Mr. Denham paid per week before he was laid off? I will let you do this challenge question on your own. Again, these challenge questions are meant to challenge you. I do want to see if you can do it. Give that a try. Once it's done, you're going to say, yes, I want to submit my responses now to save my work. And then you're going to click next, and then it'll ask you to submit, right? And then that will save your work. You must complete this process of submitting each time in order to save your work, okay? Wonderful. I'm glad you can join me. I'm Mr. Salt, and I hope to see you in class. And now is the awkward period where I try to turn the recording off, and it doesn't do what I want it to do, and I end up just having to fill empty airspace because the camera is clearly on, which means